So now it's on live, sir. Shall we start, sir?
Yes. Yes. On the camera.
Good evening, sir. Good evening to all. I welcome you one and all to our World Environment Day 2021 with the theme of ecosystem restoration. And we are here for our panel discussion of eco restoration. And once again, and I welcome you all. And I kindly request Professor Dr. G.P. Ramesh to deliver his welcome address. Sir, welcome, sir.
Thank you, Christian. On behalf of the World Environment Day, this is celebrated annually on 5th June and is the United Nations principal vehicle for encouraging awareness and action for the protection of the environment. For almost 5 decades, World Environment Day has been raising awareness, supporting action, and driving changes for the environment. Since from 2018, the theme for 2018 was Beat Plastic Pollution. This was hosted by India. And in 2019, it was Beat for Air Pollution. This was hosted by China. And in 2020, it is Time for Nature. And in 2021, the theme for is the ecosystem restoration and will be hosted by Pakistan. On this occasion, Beyond Decade of Ecosystems Restoration will be launched. On World Environment Day, a clear message resonated across the globe. We must heal the planet. We must start now and we must work together because everyone has a role to play in reviving the world's ailing ecosystems. In the UN Environment Program's flagship environmental event in 2021 was both a celebration of the planet and a rally call for action, and is also marked the formal launch of UN Decade on ecosystem restoration, which aims to mobilize hundreds of millions of people to prevent, halt, and reverse the degradation of ecosystems. So, in the present situation in the COVID-19 pandemic, also the political leaders, activists, artists, business, and individuals, young and old, rallied behind a message of hope for nature, recognizing that pandemic recovery stimulus package offer a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to shift investments towards a restoration economy that can provide millions of green jobs. So on this occasion, we have a panel of discussion of speakers, Mr. E.R. Subramaniam, AVP QA and QC Energy Systems Limited, Chennai. I welcome you, sir. Dr. G. Muruganandan, Chartered Engineer, Professor and Head of Triple Department, IEI School of Engineering and Technology. Welcome for this panel discussion, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Deepak Kumar, Founder and Chairperson, Smiles for Millions Organization India. We welcome Mr. Deepak Kumar and Dr.
Thank you very much, sir.
And Dr. Masran Beno, Vice President of IGN, is Vice Principal and Dean Academics, St. Xavier's Catholic College of Engineering. Welcome, sir. And our moderator, Dr. L. Ramesh, is a professor and a dean from Dr. MGR University. Is the moderator for this today's program. I welcome on behalf of IEI VLC. I welcome all of the speakers today for this event. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you for your welcome address, sir. Now I request our Honorable Chairman, Dr. G. Jayarajan, Chairman of IEI VLC, sir, to convey a felicitation address. Sir, welcome, sir.
Yes. Good evening to all. Respected panelists, Engineer S. Subramanian, sir, AVP BGR Energy Systems, and Dr. S. Muruganandam, Professor and Head, IEI School of Engineering, Mr. Deepak Kumar, Founder and Chairperson, Smiles for Millions Organization India, our Honorary Secretary, my beloved committee members, corporate members, students, participants, good evening to all. Today we are celebrating the World Environment Day with a theme on eco restoration under the guidelines of IEI. The IEI VLC already conducted many awareness program and also implemented the eco restoration in for last 3 years. It is estimated that more than 80,000 acres of tropical forest land was devastated each day, which resulted in the huge damage to the present situation, severe damage to the ecosystem in the globe. The restoration of ecosystem happens only through plantation of more trees and reducing the carbon content in the atmosphere. Between 2030, the restoration of 350 million hectares of tropical forest is programmed, and the action is being taken by the United Nations and with the SDG 17 goals. The restoration also reduced the carbon content of 13 to 26 gigatons of greenhouse gases from the atmosphere. It is now the concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere is 385 parts per million. It is rising considerably, and it will increase temperature rise of 2.5 degrees centigrade each year, which will result in the rise of 5 meters in this mean sea level. That means it will reach 440 parts per million in the CO2 concentration in the atmosphere, will make a irreversible glacier melting in the entire globe. So it is the need of the hour to make awareness to the public and to the public to restore the system. So on this occasion, we are having a eminent panelists with us. I thank all the panelists who have come forward to express their willingness, express their experiences and future guidelines for the IEI VLC and the public. I once again thank you, all the panelists and our moderator, Dr. L. Ramesh sir, for making this session a wonderful thing. I request all the participants to raise their doubts and clarify your doubts from the eminent panelists, and it will be useful for the public also in the future. So I request I request all the participants to actively participate in the seminar lecture and you make use of this program, your Grand 6. With all your cooperation, I thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your nice words. Now I request and hand over the panel discussion to our Honorable Secretary, Professor Dr. L. Ramesh sir, to read the panel discussion. Sir, welcome, sir.
Thank you, Tilden. My audio is okay, Tilden?
Yeah, sir, it was fine, sir, but a little bit it was not audible, sir. Not clear.
Just volume is less, that's all.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now it is okay, Tilden?
Yes, sir. Fine, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, fine.
Thank you and very good evening to all the speakers. Respected our chairman, Jairai sir. It was very nice to meet you all again and welcome all the speakers. Already we have a very great welcome. It was very good that we had two academicians here. Muruganandan sir, welcome sir. We two academicians and two industry. We will go the World Environmental Day. Very passionately, it started in a good movement and going across the globe in a very, very strong way, even in this pandemic situation. Because of this online connectivity, 2021, there is around till now 1,800 events organized by the World Environment Day team. So with as on today, so this is the status, and keeping in that mind, our IEI VLC, it started like a talk. So when we had a discussion with Bala, and Bala initiated that, why can't it is talk, it is not look. The same time within an hour we can have a discussion with the experts. That is what it will make use of that. That is the reason we make it like a discussion forum, like panel discussion. Today we are going to discuss about the plan of actions. So before going to that, we should know about little about the Environmental Day, World Environmental Day. So the present situation, how it is going on, we have been exploiting and destroying our planet. We all know that we all are the responsible for this, our ecosystem. Every 3 seconds, the world loses enough forest to cover a football pitch, and over the last century, we have and destroyed half of our wetlands. As much as 50% of our coral reefs have already been lost, and up to 90% of coral reefs could be lost by 2050. This is the estimated one. Even if global warming is limited to an increase of 1.5 degrees centigrade. So this is what the very alarming signal. So this alarming signal is the this is status, the present status. But keeping in that mind the prediction in the World Environmental Day is observed on June 5th every year. The purpose of this day is to spread awareness across the globe to the environment due to rising pollution level and climate change. This is the definition which is created by the United Nations. The first World Environmental Day was observed in 1974. It created the global platform, and the theme which is decided is the only one earth. So that is what the first Environmental Day theme. And then it comes to the theme of this year World Environmental Day is the ecosystem restoration. We all know that we all are here to discuss about this ecosystem restoration. As Ramesh pointed out, this time it is hosted by Pakistan, will act as the global host of the day. Environment Day 2021 will see the launch of the decade on eco restoration, that is reimagine, recreate and restore. 3R, they done the 3R in the with the reconfirmation of that: reimagine, recreate and restore. This is our movement. We cannot turn back time, but we can grow trees, grow our cities, rewind our gardens, change our diets and clean up rivers and coast. We are the generation that can make peace with nature. So let we all connect together to make our ecosystem restoration. And based on that definition, ecosystem restoration means assisting in the recovery of ecosystem that have been degraded or destroyed, as well as conserving the ecosystem that are still intact. Healthier ecosystem with richer biodiversity yield greater benefits such as more fertile soil, bigger yields of timber and fish, and larger store of greenhouse gases. So this is little about the environmental impact. So keeping in that mind, today we thought of having a discussion on that in the round 1, round 2, round 3, and the round 4 is the participants round. So the round 1, so we are going to have a experience by our speakers. So they had their experience with their environmental activities. So the speakers will share the environmental activities which they had. That is the first round. And second round we have a couple of questions which is related to the SDG, Sustainable Development Goal. So how we can able to contribute to Sustainable Development Goal to make the green environment. That is Environmental Day, which we can able to make it like that. That is the second round. We can have a discussion and come to the conclusion. The third round, we can give some opportunity for 2 or 3 participants to express their interest in what is the energy conservation activities or environmental conservation activities which they had last 1 year. So, and the last, we can have some discussion or some questions from the participants. So those who are watching in YouTube also, you can post your comments, post your questions, so that Tilton will get the information from that. Yes, so we'll go by the round, first round, and may I invite Dr. Marceline Beno to present your views. What is your action plan you did, and you done lot of activities. I know that you are connected with academic, you are connected with some IET and other organizations, and you also a part of IEI Kanyakumari local network. I hope you are the a member of Kanyakumari local network, and you are also part of a connecting the people in the village. So you done a lot of village based connectivity job also. Welcome, Beno.
Moderator, Dr. Ramesh sir, Dr. Muruganandam panelist members, Dr. Muruganand, Engineer Subramanian, Mr. Deepak Kumar, and all the IEA through session chairman, secretary. Very happy to participate in this panel discussion. I think I can show some presentations or some slides in our district, Kanyakumari district, what actions we have taken. I think Dilton, can you present the slides?
Tilton, you can present the image, Tilton.
Yeah. Meantime, I can say the World Environment Day is very important. All over the world, there are 2 days are very important. One is April 22, we are celebrating World Earth Day. Another one is June 5. We are celebrating the World Environment Day. Because World Environment Day we are celebrating means because it is more important. Our wellness, healthiness, happiness, everything depends on our environment. Therefore, we have to take more care about our environment. Okay, now I can explain the figure. Actually, the first 2 photos, that is awareness photos. Not only these photos, we have a lot of pictures. Because of limitation, only 2 pictures shown here. We are doing now lot of awareness. This is the way we are promoting our young school students, college students to involve, to make them the real need of environment protection. Already our world, our environment is degrading. As our chairman moderator told, almost 50% wetland wasted, all the not only sea, land, air, everywhere more polluted. So degraded environment should be improved. First, the young generation having the awareness. So here one photo about tree awareness, tree planting awareness, another one energy audit, like lot of one day one energy awareness program with the Institution of Green Engineers and with the Institution of Engineers India, in IET, IEEE, like all the professional bodies, we together have done lot of program. That is the first pictures. Actually, this is called enhancement, upgrading our environment by giving awareness. So first one, enhancement. That is the one way of action. Next figures, actually, the figures are not in the order. We can see in the right side second and left side last. One is a pond. Before that, the pond was very full of polluted or a lot of plastic, unwanted things, all covered in the pond. Now you are seeing the pond is purely rectified or cleared by the students and young people. So recently, 3 months back, it was done. And that because of that, the right side second figure, that is that picture shows the how the paddy field, how the agriculture area is developing or developed in a good manner. So we can say this is the second one. What we can say, second way of improving our restoring our environment. That is the second one. That we can say rehabilitation or restoration. Rehabilitation or restoration means improving degraded land. So this is one example, pond river rejuvenation. Another work, actually the solar panel and windmill. You can see the left side, second and third. So this is the third way we can improving. That means recovery, or we can, what we say, reclamation. Reclamation means stabilizing our environment. Stabilizing our environment means we are avoiding the thermal and other way of power production. We are planning, mostly we are, this is the photograph taken from our place, 50 kilowatt solar panel. And we all know our Muppandal is the largest wind plant. So wherever the possible windy area, this is the way of one energy, protection of, or avoiding the degradation of the environment. And the next one, we can see actually the tree plantation. Last picture. It is one example picture. Like nowadays, all the people, lot of societies, lot of NGOs, rebuild Kanyakumari. They have started planting palm tree, neem tree. Like we can say this is under the heading of recreation or regeneration. So return our historic condition of environment. We are doing like tree plantation like that. And the last one, this square product. We can see square products nowadays. We are using the whatever possible from the natural resources. Coir, pith, coir. So these all used for improving our, for example, soil erosion can be stopped by using this type of coir mat. Again, it is decomposable. So instead of using plastic brushes and plastic things, now we are promoting. Here it is the place Ethamali Choir cluster. Like in our districts, more than 25 these choir-based products, small startups started. Hope these are all the area we are doing. So the aim is environment should be protected. This is the right time, the awareness, from starting from awareness to action. So I think with that, I conclude my talk. I will continue again. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Bano. And it was very nice what it means the in environment, both conservation of energy, both renewable energy, agriculture, touched on agriculture like that. He done good contribution in connecting all the forum and created the impact on the society. So good job, Dr. Bano. So now I invite our founder, Smiles for Millions, and so talk about Deepak. We had a good relationship with him last 1.5 years, and he was we call him as the environmentalist. He is the right name we can call. The reason behind is he started the initiative and he connected across the globe, around 120 countries. He have the connectivity through the different types of forum. Maybe when our connectivity, when I will check it with Deepak and ask Deepak, I need a speaker related to SDGs 6. Immediately he will text me, sir, I will connect this person in Australia or somewhere else. So like that connectivity he is having. This is one connectivity. Another part, he done contribution to the thing, not only talking. So there is a two type of people are there. One type of people are only talking, but the contribution activities will not be there. But Deepak is not like a person down to earth and started the university, slums university initiative. Appreciate Deepak, and this is the first time Deepak is addressing for our 100-year institution, the Institution of Engineers India, and happy to welcome Deepak to Tiruvallur Local Center panel discussion to present your. You need lot of time, but we can give only 5 minutes to present your activities related to green environment.
Thank you very
Yes,
much,
Deepak.
and I hope my voice is clear now.
Yes, Deepak.
Thank you very much. So I want to give this kind of presentation to our honorable panelists and the organizers, our honorable Ganesh sir, who is always thinking on the many scale social environment and so many things, and Dr. Ramesh sir, who has invited me, and each and every person who is watching us today. So this is not a day when we are going to listen, but this is the day if we take in our mind, and if we conclude in the action, we can achieve the real restoration, which the United Nations is asking. So I would like to conclude my topic with the photographs. I think if it can be shared.
Then
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for sharing this.
make it full screen, Chilton.
Yeah. So I can speak now because this is in front of me. Okay. So I think these are the 6 pictures I would like to explain. So I think we all should not think big. Just think, start from a small, start from a very easy. This is what I have started, means with the team, or you can say all alone. If you are thinking that you are not an organization, you are a simple person, we all have that power to become an organization, to become a person which can save the earth. So this is how I started in 2013. You can see the first image. I was so thin at that time. The difference can be seen. How we have started? We have started from a small children, as Dr. Ramesh sir mentioned about the slums university. So I started with the slum children education. And what are the model? There were 3E model, which 1 E stands for education, again second E stands for environment, and third E stands for empowerment. It means we have connected the education. If you want to get education, means free education, because I'm continuing for last 8 years free education for all the slum children, you can see. Okay, now there are more than 5,000 slum children who has got, or many other children who have got the good education. And instead of that, it was very easy to take free education. But I said, if you want to take education, you have to plant a sapling. You can see the number of 10, you can say 10 number of people, means the students, they came from far places, and they said, sir, I have my plant and I want to just make it on the ground and get education. This is how we can change our future, because we alone cannot do it. But if we decide to make our earth green, we can do with the team. So our each and every slum children who was here to get education, they got a plantation work. It means we are inculcating them the importance of environment, free education and environment. Second, you can see this is Punjab zone and this was Delhi. In Punjab, what we did, we again started another campaign, that if you want to get education, quality education, so you will have to plant a tree. More than hundreds of children studied for 6 months, 7 months with only planting 1 or 2 saplings, because one student, one tree was very important. If you want to continue your study, you have to plant and you have to care that until or unless that plant get into a tree. Okay, so you can see the initiative. Finally, the third picture is also that, and fourth picture is also, you can see starting from the 3 children, you can see hundreds of children participated in this initiative, 1 student, 1 tree campaign. If you want to get free education, you have to plant a sapling. You can see the numbers. Now it has become not only in India, but in Nepal, now coming in Bangladesh, and more than hundreds of countries network has participated in this initiative. 1 student, 1 tree campaign. If you want to get education, you have to plant a sapling. Another, you can say with this, you can see the last picture and the bottom picture, you can see there are number of people who participated in the conservation of our rivers. Okay, so in 2021, our major focus is on river, and we are working on that from last 20 years. As river has been restored, as our topic is. So restoration is possible. How the people did, it was a very polluted river in the Jharkhand. Now if you will go in that river, you can drink that water. Okay, so and the final picture is of, you can see it was Alatra TB. I'm working as a Indian coordinator, volunteer coordinator for Alatra TB in 180 countries network. This is the power of network. We have spreaded all these messages to the entire world. Now the 100+ countries have participated in this initiative, and we all can do it. And I'm also thankful to Dr. Ramesh sir, always giving this opportunity to so many youth. So with me in the last picture, Rajasthan, the desert man of India is with us. He planted alone with this concept 15 lakhs of trees. You can Google it. His name is Professor Syam Sundar Jani. So we all can do it. Okay, so let's start with the action. So this is me, Deepak. Thank you very much for giving me this time.
Thank you, Deepak, and very good action. When the selected picture you presented here, it clearly shows you and your team contributed for our sustainable environment, green environment. Through you majorly focus on connecting with the childrens. Always it is very important, because it is very tough to change a person after 40 years, but it is very easy to give lot of advice, lot of changes we can able to do with the kids, with students we can do. So that initiative you taken, and done a good job on the tree plantation. Not only the tree plantation, the education, and through that education asking the students, asking the kids to plant a tree, and creating the awareness for social foresting. And very important thing, you connected with the restoration of a lot of rivers. I know that. So this kind of thing, totally you are a right person for World Environmental Day, and which the contributed. Good job, and we wish your passion towards environment to will continue, and you will able to get lot of laurels in future. Thank you, Deepak. Thank you. And I am very happy and to welcome for the round one. So the round one, which we are discussing about the action taken by the panelist speakers, and very happy to welcome another academicians, Professor Dr. Muruganand, very close, my friend, connected with him for last 2, 3, 4 years, and happy to. This is the power of networking. We connected through LinkedIn. There is no other connectivity. Yes, that is the power of networking, and very happy to welcome Professor and Head Akalya Engineering College. Welcome, Muruganand.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ramesh, sir. Thank you, IGEN, and thank you, IEI Trivandrum Center, for giving me the opportunity. Can you please share the photographs of mine, of what we have done? Yeah, good evening all. You can see our beautiful campus, the Halya campus, but everybody starts from the first. Let me go from the last. So you can see the last picture, these where some students are being involved, right? This is the very big activity that we do across hundreds of schools in Kerala state. In Kerala Agricultural Department, there is a program called Establishment of Biodiversity Parks in Schools. So that is taken by my own company, and we do develop different kinds of biodiversity parks. And he is the my partner, Mr. Dinesh, who is the consultant for it, and he, along with my team, we go and establish it. And even if it is 1 acre or 1 cent or 2 cents of land provided by the particular school, we involve all the students from the standard of first standard till 10th standard. They will be involved along with us, and we will teach them the basic fundamentals of how to do a small agriculture, how to plant a small tree. Not only that, there are different varieties of species available, varieties of plants or flora and fauna available. We create an awareness of them, right? And when we start from the grassroots level, where the students of kindergarten level and higher upper grades level, obviously you can see they will have a happiness. See, when any visitor comes, they will take those students for that, particularly and inspections are going on, right? There will be a competition between the class representatives of that particular individual classes. What they will do is in the biodiversity park, we will divide some area for each and every year. Say, for example, 10th standard students, this particular area, this particular type of plants they have to take care. The 8th standard means 8th and 9th combined. Accordingly, we make it. So the representatives, students representatives, they will be very eager to take the any visitor to come and showcase what they have done, what they have contributed. So that is a very, very, very big impact on the environmental and climate change, what we have contributed. So this is my personal Kasturi consultancy services, which we do all these things. And very recently we have come up with the technology of Miyawaki forest. We have completely learned about it, and we have started implementing that Miyawaki forest in certain one or two projects. We have taken it in pipeline. We are going ahead with that. Right? This is my own. Then coming to my campus, the campus where I am associated, I'm proud to say that it is the largest India's health educare campus with sustainable environment. We have, you could see some small lakes over here. There are 10 rainwater harvesting systems. Why the necessity for rainwater harvesting, that too in Kerala? You may be wondered, right? So Kerala, though we have a lot of percentage of higher rainfall, but still Palakkad is the area where we get drought very frequently. Once almost by the mid of April to June, certainly there will be a drought available, right? So with that idea in mind, our management, once when they started establishing this Ahalya International Foundation, they came up with the idea of establishing rainwater harvesting systems. And I'm very proud to say that consequently for the 4 years, we have received the best rainwater harvesting award from the government of Kerala and environmental award from the government of Kerala. Right? So that is what you can see. And many films in Tamil films and Malayalam films, you could see all these things, and one or two Hindi films are also, you can see all these kind of geographical structures that has been captured in our campus, right? Then the third one is our campus is self-sustained with the electricity. Our management has a separate division called as Ahalya Alternate Energy Division, where they have installed 8.4 megawatt of wind power, and in which 2.1 megawatt is utilized by the total campus of more than 5,000 plus acres of campus. We have 8 educational institutions and 4 hospitals plus IIT Palakkad being rented by operating in our rental building. And we also have a very good health heritage knowledge village where we do a lot of social and non-social activities over there. So everything is self-sustained by this wind power. And very recently, this project has been going on, and one phase is completed. That is, we are in the setup of installing 1 megawatt solar power plant, which is in 2 phases, 500 kilowatt each, and one phase is completed. We are expecting the government to permit us to supply it to the grid. So these are the things which we are associated within our campus, how we take care of the environmental sustainability and our own sustainability. Right? Recently, we submitted a report, a research report. In Kerala, there is a site called as Ramsar site. Most civil engineers may be knowing about it. Vembanad Lake is a Ramsar site. Very recently, we conducted research on it. Right? We have taken what is the impact of COVID on that particular lake. The water quality analysis, we did it through both samples we collected from various across. We collected the samples by 2 methods. One is before the COVID period and after the COVID period. We are very astonishingly, we could see that the water quality of the Vembanad Lake after post-COVID, we can say, particularly during last November to December, the quality of water has improved to a greater extent compared to the pre-COVID situation. Why so? Because it's all, we are responsible, the human, we are polluting the environment. So obviously we as a human being, as a best citizen, as a authorized person to live on this earth, we should contribute something towards the environmental and climate change, right? So this is what the idea, what we have in mind. So thank you for the patient listening. Thank you, opportunity for the Ramesh sir.
Thank you.
We will see in the next round.
Dr. G. Muruganan. It was very nice. So I hope your institution is the only institution we can able to see with wind and solar. Maximum lot of institutions are there which we can able to see. But with wind, with connectivity, with microgrid connectivity, very happy to see your report. And not only that, water restoration. You have ponds inside your college, which I also visited there. It was the best example for green campus. I hope so it's beautifully done, and appreciate your management and all the team. And let college will be the best example for implementation in all the other. Maybe your place also like that. It is a good place to implement both wind and solar. Okay, so that it is good, and I'm happy that you also connected with the Kerala Energy Conservation Association for conducting a lot of activities and already doing and connecting the activities. Appreciate the whole team. Convey our wishes to your management for a good job which is done and which is going to be connected with all other academic institutions.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And so we are note to all the participants, because we already informed in the first, we have round one, which is going on now. The speakers are presenting their action which taken for the environment. The round 2 is a questions round. We have 4 questions, and we related to the restorations, how we can able to give back our take back our society with a green society like that. So that is what second round. The 4 questions panel members will discuss and finally come for the conclusions. The third round, we are giving chance for 3 participants to talk. So the participants, those who contributed for environment, green environmental activities for last 1 year or 2 year or 3 year, last couple of years, if you contributed in a good way, created some impact in the environment, yes, text your name, designation, and your detail in the chat box, so that Tilton will collect all the information. And after round 2, we will call the round 3 for the, you will act like a speaker, and we will give opportunity for you to talk 1 minute about your action which you did for the environment. So note to all the participants. The 4th round, like a general round, we will have the question and answer by the participants. That is the 4th round. So I am very happy now to have the final speaker. Very good. Again, sir is connected with us through our IEI. We normally conduct a lot of IEI lectures, continuous lectures. Through that continuous lecture, or 2 or 3 lectures, sir participated. So through that, we had a long connectivity with Subramanian sir, and sir is now the assistant vice president of energy, BGR Energy, a well-reputed organization. And very happy, sir, very happy you are here with us and taking your time, spending your valuable time. And can you able to present your, you have totally in energy. So there is a very big contribution by you and your teams are there. Yes, can you able to give your in short about your action towards the environment, sir? Yes, sir. Welcome, sir.
Respected chairman and respected honorable secretary, and facilitation address given by chairman, and welcome address given by Dr. G.P. Ramesh, and all my panelist co-members and all the participants. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity. I would like to give my input. Presently, I am working with the BGR Energy System. This company manufacturing pressure vessels and heat exchangers for the refineries and boilers. Just before this organization, for the past 10 years, I was with the organization called Region Power Tech. Region Power Tech was manufacturing the windmill, wind energy systems. Almost 3000 megawatt wind energy system has been installed during my tenure for the past 10 years. I would like to share my experience during those 10 years period. What are all the contribution we have done for the energy management system with the participation of more than 1,100 employees. In the present organization, we just started the implementation. I would like to share my previous experience, which is also in the context of this same energy management system. I request Mr. Tilton to share the presentation.
Yes, sir. Can you able to see it, sir?
Yeah, it's very clear, easy.
Oh, okay, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, if you need, you can also handle it, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Thank you. So the action taken in our organization, first of all, for any improvement, we need to give basically an awareness and training to the people. So when we have 1,600 people, we have given the training and awareness on the environmental management system. We've taken the reference of ISO 14001 as a model for energy management system, and we have given the training according to the people. And we have implemented ISO 14001 since 2009 of those that organization. And how we have done, there is a guidelines given in ISO 14001. So we have prepared the environmental management system manual, and we have made work instructions, formats, and SOP, standard operating procedures, through which we have derived the action plan, how we have to monitor and measure our key activities. Basically, anything if you start measure, then you will be knowing, monitor and measure, you will be knowing where we are ending it, where we are starting now and where we are ending. Are we in the right track of improvement? So that was the activity. So we took also the support of the legal requirements. So basically, if we comply to the legal requirements, there is a need for monitor and measurement. And based on that monitor and measurement, we can improvise our activity. So we focused on the major element like water, air, and hazardous waste. These are all the major criteria in any industry. So how we focus on the water? Basically, there is a consent from the Pollution Control Board, and that is what is called a consent to operate. There is an inspector of factories given. So it is given like consent, how much water can be utilized for so many number of people. So we focus on the limitation of limited consumption of the water, and it is for the drinking purpose as well as for the sewage purpose, separate water. So we put a STP plant, and gardening purpose we use the STP water. So the focus was on the water conservation. Similarly, air. The people working inside the factory are provided with the their ambient air quality verification and stack emission verification. These are all the way we control. So the health of the employees are ensured by verifying the air, and to the stack monitoring, everything is done accordingly. If required, a dust collector, dust filter, everything has been provided. So the quality, healthiness of the employees also ensured. The most importantly, the hazardous waste disposal, because when we use a lot of chemicals, oil, soaped oil, cottons, and other things, the people used to throw here and there, then it will become a thing. So we identified what are the hazardous waste, what are the normal waste. So non-hazardous waste and hazardous waste. So hazardous waste also, there is a disposable methods. There are only authorized vendor through which we have to dispose it. This also part of the inspector of factories requirement. So we identified the authorized vendor, through him only we dispose it. So this is the way we have prevented the pollution on the environment.
Tilton, you can next slide, Tilton. Sir is
Yes, sir.
Next slide. Subramanian sir, you can unmute, sir. Okay, sir. Okay.
So far it was audible?
No, sir. No, correct only. Now only it is okay.
Okay.
Whether I have to keep first page or second page, sir?
Yeah, this is correct. The second page is correct. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you. So we focus on environmental day, like every year, like Safety Day, March 4th, we celebrate. Similarly, Environment Day is June 5th, we celebrate. It's a massive way of communicating, propagating the theme to the team members. So we conduct a thing. On the day also, we take an advantage of sapling plants inside the thing. That factory was around 45 acres land. So majority of the things are filled with the mango trees and other things. It has also resulted in the people when the fruits was grown, it was also shared with the employees. So they also get benefited out of it. In the past 10 years, there was a good growth of the saplings. And we conduct very good competitions between the people. Everyone is encouraged to support with the posters, drawings, or oration, all these things. So we have given the prizes, and this is the way we encourage them on the environmental impact. Non-hazardous waste like paper, plastic, all these things we segregate separately and dispose it separately. And mega tree sampling also planned once in a year like this on the special day, and we have done it. And for the benefit of the employees to provide a good health, water is again treated and the RO plant is made for pure drinking water purpose. Most importantly, there are 3 shifts of operations and all are provided with two times food, breakfast and lunch, and again lunch and evening dinner like that. So there is a possibility of getting food waste that also meticulously collected and disposed to piggery. Also, we have made a lot of work instruction SOP, says standard operating procedures, so through which the reducing waste generation and environmental protection is shared with all the people and implemented. This is the way as an industry, I would like to communicate here how we control at industry level, how to develop the environmental focus.
Thank you so much, sir. So very clearly you pointed out all the informations, action plan which you taken, starting from the awareness related to the food, related to the tree plantation, related to the energy, related to the other kind of water conservations. So collectively your organization taking in a key role to implement all, and regularly appreciate that your organization also regularly executing the environmental day action and by implementation. And it is very nice, sir, to see the implementation in the industry. Thank you, sir. We are coming to the conclusion, and I'm happy that we have very good panelists and very good speakers contributed. That is what we made the first round as like a contribution round. So instead of we can present a contribution made by the speakers or people, so that the participants and the viewers also able to know how they can also start implementing. Okay, now we go to the second round, and the second round, even participants, you can put your text name in the chat box for the third round. If you implemented a very small, you see, don't feel that we are not expecting a big implementation. Very small implementation you did. If you saved 10 units of consumption of energy, that also implementation to the green environment. If you reduce 10 kilogram of carbon dioxide, that also implementation only. If you are interested, you can register your name so that we will call for the third round. Okay, so now the second round, we had a 4 question. The first question to the panelist. Panelists, you can have the you can unmute and talk, so that it will be like a discussion only. What is your command on 2021 theme? Reimagine, recreate, restore. Restoration. So what is your command on that, so that we can have a what is action we can able to take related to that?
Yes, Ramesh sir. Today the world is facing lot of environmental problem, air pollution, plastic pollution, like even the COVID-19 also, just because of the terrible consequence of ecosystem. Olden days, actually, people fight with nature to survive. But in this century, we realize in order to survive, we must protect the ecosystem. So recreate, reimagine, restore is the right choice of this World Environment Day. Actually, I think it focuses on reversing the degradation of our ecosystem, our environment. This is my opinion.
Dr. Ramesh sir, let me present my views. Right? So far everybody is speaking about the pollution, what we contribute, that is all the direct pollution. But there is one more major factor which is going to contribute a wider lot for the environmental impact. That is e-waste, right? So nobody, we should have a proper e-waste management system because since the COVID period, everybody, since to be frank, the child of day one till people of 70s or even hundreds of years, they started using electronic gadgets, which is going to be a very health hazard in the most coming years. That's what I would like to say. That, right. So my sincere request is at least for 2 hours per day, let all the electronic gadgets, whichever is not used in this by individuals, should be switched off. So that we can contribute some more towards the environmental impact. This is what personally I feel from my thing, and I wherever I go, I used to address the people to switch off them, not to put because iGen and Green Line, they have given a clear awareness that we should always switch off the equipments whichever is not in use. So I try to practice them, and I create awareness among all the public. And wherever I go, I advise particularly the students because 24 hours they are sitting on the mobile phone. Right? So that is going to create a lot of impact on their health issues also, and not only that, additional factors will be contributing. So this is my personal opinion on this.
Yes, sir. Rightly pointed out the impact of the electronic devices, and the e-waste is very, very alarming signal for us.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
rightly,
sir.
we need to take a very serious action on that.
Yes, sir. Certainly, sir.
So should I continue, sir?
Yes,
with your
yes.
permission? Yeah. So I think from my side, I am a youth, and I think we means India is going to be and still the youth country in the world. What we can contribute, what we youth can contribute, as already said, we need by Dr. Ramesh sir also. No need to think that what you did so big, So we have to start from a very small. A drop and drop can fill the entire vessel. So I think this is how we can start. So my message to the youth, that we have to take initiative, as Dr. Sir he also mentioned about the gadgets. Okay, so we all can contribute because we the youth can do it. We can implement his words, and we can start implementing from our home, and of course we will do it. And now the second point of restoration, what we can do through the networking. So there are so many organizations in the world, they are working. In the last 6 years, I have connected 180 countries. So it was beyond my imagination how we did it. And this is the reason right now I'm speaking here. This is the reason we all are connected to each other, because of networking. So we have to connect such organizations, such people, and rather we should appreciate also a single person who is contributing towards the environment, okay, directly or indirectly. So in the rewards, what, suppose a children is planting a tree, instead we are giving free education, so we can contribute through that. If the organization is already working on the environment, we can support. What we can support, we can say that we want to contribute 10 more saplings from our side. This is also kind of contribution. And now there are many organizations in the world, they are working either through the United Nations or non-governmental organization, INGOs, they are working. So I think we can connect each other, because we all have the special things which can be shared to restore our Mother Earth, and it can be done through the networking, how we can do that. So let's connect to each other, because I know the organizations which are already doing, we know the people who are working in the West, then East, then the northern part. So there are so many environmentalists. We all can come together to participate in the actions. Words are there, but in the actions. So there are so many organizations working for the restoration. Let's unite to make it and bring a huge change to restore the entire Earth. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepak. So Deepak rightly pointed out the importance of networking, importance of connecting together organization, and the put on action on the program for the restoration, or reimagine, recreate, restore. So he suggested that come out with a plan of action, and that has to be done by the network of people, not network of organizations. That is what his command. Not only, for example, IEI is doing one event, the same IEI 100-year institution start initiative in India, and the same some other institution will start initiative in another country. So that what will happen, 10 institution in 10 country taking the same action on restoration will help too. So, but particularly lot of actions are happening now, but ideally happening in another one area. In north, in northern part of the world, one action is taken care. Southern part of the world, another action is taken care. So, very good suggestion given by the Deepak to have a connecting, networking all the organization to have a common action plan. So, some action plan has to be common for restoration. Remaining action plan we can individually they can able to do. Yes. So, final comment on Subramanian sir.
Thank you, sir. I feel reimagine, recreate, and restore. It gives in this during this Corona period. This word gave me a meaning that safeguarding the environment. So, how to safeguard the environment? It is already damaged by the same human only. If they are focusing on further preventing or halting or reversing this damage, because they know what is the by which method they are damaging. They know now everyone is creating an awareness. So if they do all these things, we can go from this exploiting nature to healing nature. It is a global mission, and I can see it is a 10-year mission. Now we are starting this 21 and it is going up to 30. So it's a very good start. We all should contribute and propagate this further, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So we're coming to the conclusion of the round one. What is the command on the restoration, that is reimagine, recreate, restore? What sir rightly pointed out. So the word itself, it is looking like a reimagine, recreate, and restore. So very nicely it is pointed out, and so the imagination has to become. I will put on one example. People are talking about implementing renewable energy. So, so our another part is to implementing renewable energy is good, but after sometimes it will also create problem, and maybe after 10 years, 20 years, solar also there is a lot of research article is coming now. It will so the how to destroy the solar panel, and when wind continuous wind will if you erected, there will be a problem in the rainfall. So like that, lot of research papers are coming. So what to do? So we need to reimagine our part to run the coal plant, no need to stop the coal, come out with new innovation. How can we make to have the increase the efficiency of the coal plant, and how can we can able to reduce the waste management? How can we can able to come out with a new action plan innovation to go for the waste management? So the coal important thing is the waste. So that waste, how can you able to recreate or reconvert as the useful one? That kind of reimagination has to be done, so that only it is we can able to recreate and restore the old like 100 years back how it is there. 100% we can do. So people are talking about implementing renewable energy. Yes, that is good, but at the same time we can suggest to have the same plant, whatever the plant it is there. Yes, let it be the existing, but we can think of how we can able to make the solution for that. So, and thank you all. And will the second question move on? Very important thing. How can academic institution? So before going to that, we all for the participants also. So the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal, there is a 17 goals are there, starting from SDG 1, zero hunger, SDG 2, like that. It will SDG 7, affordable and clean energy, and SDG 13 come to the environment, that is the climate action. So this SDG 13 climate action related to the environment, related to the Environment Day. Yes, the question on that only. How can academic institutions support SDG 13 towards green environment? So how can academic institutions support climate action towards green environment? So my question, the answer which we need to expect from the panelist is like here, we can recommend some ideas. So we can recommend some action plan the academic institution to start or follow, so that they can able to give a contribution for SDG 13. So that is what the question. The question is, you can put forward your 1 or 2 or 3 ideas. This is the ideas. If academic institution follow, yes, they can contribute for the SDG 13 climate action. Yes, welcome.
Can I start with? Can I start with, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, sir. Actually, I have a 5-step action plan which could be recommended for educational institutions. Okay. So the step one, whatever it may be, whenever we want to bring any change among the public or change among the stakeholders, first thing which we have to do, any sort of organization, any sort of, even a family member has to do is to create an awareness. So creating an awareness among the among the stakeholders is going to be the first step, along with a positive motivation. Luckily, as I had joined hands with iGen, in iGen, you people always will say, try to motivate everybody in a positive manner, right? So that brought a very big impact in energy consumption level of our institution. Right, when Dr. Ramesh came to our campus and explained, instead of us making this boards as instructive boards, like to switch off the fans and light when not in use, you asked us to slightly make it in a positive sense. So we made a sticker called as thank you for switching off the fans and lights when not in use. So that gave a very big impact among the stakeholders within our campus. Not only that, how we have stretched it is we are trying to create some same sort of awareness under the banner of Green 9 Inside Club, Ahalya Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department, Ahalya Health Heritage Knowledge Village, and we actually we started that work was over, but due to this Corona lockdown, we are unable to distribute those pamphlets to the public, particularly among the Palakkad region. So in this way, first thing what every institution can contribute is creating an awareness and positive motivation.
So I can interfere, sir. What is your idea? Sir, your idea is very good. So this idea we can make it some credit also. So that only. So that now the question is, you can tell that we can do some ask the students to do some awareness. Yes, and so this awareness kind of thing, whether it is energy awareness, whether it is a CO2 awareness, whether it is a waste management, any awareness, any institution will do, any student will do, we can give some credit points.
Certainly.
Some,
we also taken the credit.
Points to be included in their curriculum.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Then only, so in this point, I would like to appreciate the Karnataka. They implemented this in their credit. There is 100 point is there. That 100 point is mandatory for completing the engineering graduation. In that 100 point, 20 point they given for energy conservation.
Oh, fine.
So these 20 points they will take, the particular students has to give a report. What is the amount of unit they saved? If they will give the report and get that 20 points.
Certainly. I will take this one to the immediately to the government of Kerala, because the government of Kerala, every university they have a scheme like apart from general education, general credits, every student has to get some 200 points by doing some sort of activities, other activities.
Yeah, this is what the
that is what I think. I will certainly recommend the university to include energy conservation and environmental conservation.
Environment, generally we can talk about environment conservation.
Environmental conservation. That certainly we will see. We will, if possible, let me meet the electricity board and educational minister, and I will take up these matters initially. Then in a short notice, let me finish off the other 4 steps. Then I request every institution to conduct a eco audit every year and to implement the appropriate steps to restore the ecosystem. That is the second step, which I would recommend. Third step is completely go for e-governance system, which will reduce the papers and make you as a paperless office. That is one way we can do it. And fourth one is obviously we have to go for alternative energy sources and energy efficient lighting schemes. Thereby we can reduce the GHG emissions, etc. And the fifth step, which I would like to recommend, is adopt some small villages, whichever is possible. That is also we are practicing in Ahalya. We have just now started adopting one very small 50 villages, tribal villages near to our area. And we started creating awareness and also started doing the audit. Because of the lockdown, we are held up, but once when it is resumed back, certainly we will go and help the public. These are all the ideas that and from an education point of view, from an academic point of view, what we can contribute, and institutions can also do that. I hope so.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Rightly pointed out the important 5 steps, and I request we can recommend these 5 steps also. It is a very good 5 steps implement. So why I am telling very good, because it is already implemented result only the professor is suggesting.
Yes,
so he is actually not suggesting, he is suggesting from the last 10 years implementation. what
Yes, sir.
result they received from from an academic institution, so that the good things to be followed by the other institutions.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, next.
I would like.
Ah.
Okay. So thank you very much for giving this a very, very important question. I think this question is beautifully based on our action, what action we can take. So I think institution, each and every institution, how I have started from a very small, 4 children, and we started giving the eco scholarship, and that is named as the One Student, One Tree campaign. Okay. So I would like to request each and every university, schools, those means there are so many people, they are not having that money, to get the quality education, but that is very, very important for each and every youth in India or across the world. I think we should start our eco scholarship scheme. If a children has already planted, or if he can or she can start doing it, no one had introduced this scholarship ecosystem, eco scholarship. If I think we have our honorable so many panelists, who is working with in the that much level, I think we should start. And this was a great model project which we have presented in the North India. Now that is coming in the eastern part of India, that has been same utilized in the lower districts of Nepal. And now this is going to be implemented in Bangladesh. We are going to have our MOUs for eco scholarship. I think this can be the point which can be done practically. And second thing, what we can do, like, if we can start every student to teach the importance of environment and what this can give, and especially in the field of awareness, that can become a very, very important, and how we can start in the academic institutions. So I think this is the formula from where our University of Slums University started. Slums University will be, because this is going to be an implemented plan, future plan for us, because we are running our open sky schooling till, but what will they after after they will complete their basic education, they will have to come on the higher education, because these children in the slums or the underprivileged or the orphan children, they don't have any place to get education, where they will go. So we have a system, we have a plan to give. Again, if you can plant a sapling, or if you can take care, if you can, as I rightly mentioned, that even the many of the eco villages are coming up, they are planning for ecotourism in the village. And now what we did, and it has become the most successful plan in the rural areas, we have started to plant a sapling with your members. Suppose you are 5 members, so make the 6th member as your that plant or sapling. If you are going to do that, you are going to be the part of us, and we are going to provide you the right education, quality education. In this way, I think in Jharkhand also, last week, I think more than 20 families come out who has given the name that they planted the fruit trees. They planted the fruit trees and given the name also. You can understand, means you are adding a plant to your family and giving the name and the care as same. If you are eating, don't think your member is waiting, he is also hungry. So making the part of the family is very, very important. And this is how the children and the local families in India, we have started the 2 schemes for eco scholarship and make a sapling as your member of your family. I think we are 135 crores of people in India. If we are going to plant even one, I think yet a single day, we can plant 1 crore of tree, and they are going to be our family members. So these 2 points to be implemented. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deepak, and thank you, Deepak suggested for the academic, the eco scholarship. So this eco scholarship, including that, so inside the eco scholarship, there is a lot of discussion we need to do, how to frame that, how to model that, so that this eco scholarship will be announced by a university or the respective college, and so there will be some criteria. If some students will come out with completing this 10 action plan, yes, they will get this eco scholarship. What is the eco scholarship? It will be again depending upon the academic state to state, like that. So good suggestion. And he suggested for the tree plantation through the children's also. So that is also, we can make it mandatory. So his suggestion that we can make it mandatory for all the college students, academic institutions, mandatory for all the students to plant tree per year like that. So that I just connecting that and suggesting Deepak, because you told that all the 135 crore, I am talking about the academic institution. We can make it mandatory. The students, those who join first year, will plant one tree. We can start second year like that, so that it will also a good it will create a positive impact like that. Yes, sir.
I also
Yes,
agree
Beno.
with Deepak and Murugaran and all the things. In another way, I can say organization or institution can conduct 4 ways, or they can support in 4 ways. One is teaching and learning. Already Murugaran covered points are coming here also. So teaching, learning is one getting, research is another getting, organization itself doing things, and external leadership. Like that 4 title. Teaching, learning means we have to teach our curriculum itself. Environmental engineering is there, but practical things are needed. For example, waste management. We have to practice in the campus. We have to practice from the school students. Like battery cells, every house is having lot of battery cells. So we can do some project, collect all the battery cells and send to recycling. Like a lot of things we can do in the curriculum and the teaching. We can say not only waste management, tree plantation, all the both previous panelists told all the points we can include in teaching, learning. Second one, research. So it is also very important. Universities or a very good academic institution, they can contribute research in this area. So this SDG 13, climate change, we have to do lot of interdisciplinary research. We can say build environment engineer, all the engineer, electrical, mechanical, civil. Now we can together work as a built environment engineer. Whatever we can do without affecting the environment, like that we have to do research. So here innovation or entrepreneurship, then incubation centers, all the startups, we have to project towards this SDG 13 goal. Third one, the organization, the institution governance, they can do lot of things. As already told, we can make model in the campus, and all the models are conducting green audit, eco audit, energy audit. It is compulsory. So as an organization, they can do easily. The fourth one, external leadership. So institution or university can arrange, adopt a village, can make leadership to the faculty members or students, so they can lead the society. Make them to join the professional bodies like our institution of green engineers, whoever supporting, or they have to make volunteering for this work. So these are all my points. Thank you.
Yes, Beno, rightly pointed out the importance of the connectivity, importance of the how the people are, how the academic institution will take care of the society. What that is what rightly pointed out. So if the academic institutions will seriously taken care of the nearby the society, nearby the villages or nearby the towns, then automatically, because the across the country, each and every district there is minimum 10 to 20, 30 institutions are there. So there is no, we don't want to do anything. Only the academic institution take it, but we need to make it some connectivity and make it mandatory. Otherwise, no one will move on that. For example, if there is a criteria in NAC, there is a criteria in NBA, there is a criteria in accreditation. Yes, then automatically the implementation will come to the action. We all in the academic only, we know that. So this recommendation has to be, we can make it to the implementation agency. So if then only it is mandatory, the people will come out and
Ramesh sir, to assist you, I would like to say I'm being the NBA and NAC coordinator. In NAC criteria 7, they are giving some 10 points for eco audit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Audit, and luckily we got almost 10 points out of.
Correct, but yes, rightly pointed out Muruganandan sir. So this 10 point maximum all university will get. The reason is,
yes, sir.
They are asking for the university 100% they will have environmental related data. But our concern now, Beno concern and your concern all about the particular student, particular faculty. So the particular student will start initiating doing activities on environmental action. Then whatever Deepak pointed out, 135 crore, out of 135 crore, 60 crore people are our young generations or through academic institutions. So this team will start implementation. So when so automatically all will start implementation, then that action will be the beautiful role.
Yes. Target can be easily achieved.
I think, okay, right. So I think we can skip one question and we will go to the, so this is the first round. Subramanian sir, I will come to the second round for you, sir. So the first round conclusion, yes, sir, one point you can share, sir.
Only one. Yes, okay. So definitely all the institution, I'm considering here most of the engineering institutions. And the people after working, they will be definitely joining an engineering organization. So most of the organizations in today are either all are having a minimum ISO 9001 quality management system, ISO 14001 energy environmental management system, OSHA's occupational health safety management system, ISO 45001. So now as we today discussing, environmental management system is ISO 14001. There are basic awareness courses on ISO 14001 is available, or minimum internal auditor training course on ISO 14001 is available. It can be one of the program to be organized, can be organized in every institution, so that irrespective of branches, mechanical, electrical, civil or electronics, they all get trained or tuned to the environmental requirement. And when they come out with the qualified internal auditor certificate, they will be, wherever they go, the company will also take care of them. This person is having this qualification, they can include, and also this person is inculcated with that quality in the education stage itself. When he goes there, he will be making use of it in the particular industry. This is my suggestion.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Rightly, sir pointed out the audit, ISO 50,000 audit, particularly on the green audit. And so when we, it is little pressure on the institution, but if we implement that, there is no other option that institution will move on to the total. See, if you talk about the green audit, automatically all will be connected together. So there is automatically there is a lot of changes will be there. And so the conclusion is the 5-point steps and the scholarship, eco scholarship, and the village adaptations and sir audits. So this all connecting together, we will form a framework, and that will be helpful for the academic institution to move on to reduce SDG 13. And Chilton, you can just share the link of SDG 13, UN SDG 13 to in our group. One of our participants is asking about SDG 1 to 17. You can search it and search it in the net in the United Nations. In the that link, you can search it and post it in the chat box, so that our participants know about the SDG action plan. Right. So we will go to the second question, and we had some discussion. No need to skip question, but I will give only one answer from the panelist. So we want to go fast. So second question, very big topic. How can industry support SDG 13 climate action towards green environment? So very important one point each panelist will give, so that we will conclude it with that.
So I will give you only one idea. I request every industry to plant bamboo trees. Very recently, last week, we came across one bamboo called as Bima bamboo. It was developed by some company somewhere in Hosur, right? The director had an interview in Jaya TV, and he elaborated what is the usefulness of it. He said that every day the bamboo tree grows for 1.5 feet, and it absorbs more carbon dioxide and emits more oxygen level. They have measured it by connecting some.
Muruganathan sir, I also watched that interview, and I am also searching for the bamboo tree.
Yeah, we are trying to make it. We are contacted the Bima bamboo company, and we are trying to make it in our plant area. In our farm, we are trying to do that. So that is one good suggestion I would recommend for all the industries. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Subramanian sir.
Yes, sir. I have only 2 points. Definitely, implementation of ISO 14001 will ensure the best practices of environmental management system in any industry. In addition to that, now today's scenario, the polythene. Most of the product, whatever we get, either it is covered with polythene or protection basis, protection from the damage purpose. So there are two things. One, elimination or control of the polythene packages using less than 50 microns. If they make this as one of the purchase order conditions, and whatever they get from the vendor, definitely we are not supporting to the pollution. So how to control the polythene, that is one. Second one is introduction of a daily half an hour power cut during the lunch time. This will save energy as well as power consumption. These two things, I feel it, and any organization can easily bring it. The third one is life cycle perspective. That means whatever material incoming, how it gets converted and finally it closes. Like if it is, we are receiving is a wooden box, that finally the wooden box should not go as a scrap. It can be converted as a what is called ergonomics reduction purpose. No, the work table or work stand. These are all the way we can reuse, recycle the material. This is my 3 suggestions for the industry. Thank you.
Very good suggestion, sir. And the very important thing you suggested, one is the energy to switch off the total power in the campus during the lunch. So this actually I read in the article where in China, most of the industry, they already started implementation like a common lunch platform. So there will be a common lunch room. So only the common lunch room power will be switched on. Yes. Remaining all 1 hour switched off. Continuous 1 hour switched off. You can't able to sit inside because no fan, no lights, nothing will be there.
Yes.
Industry will totally shut down the total system. So what will happen? There is no other option. All has to take their lunch and go to the lunch room and finish their lunch. And the same time, that is a 1 hour energy saving is there.
Conservation is there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Beno?
Point this industry must having the energy audit and eco audit. They have to use the energy efficient machineries only. They have to reduce the waste and emission. If the carbon dioxide emission or anything is more, they must have the alternatives. They find alternatives. And as already told, the tree plantation, bamboo tree, or they must compensate by making tree plantation all the way to the society. Thank you.
Yes, Beno. So the carbon dioxide credit like that, I will add a little on that and suggest we can give some carbon credential points, carbon footprint point for the industry. So they have to add on that points. If some good number, 100 points or some points will be there, then automatically there will be some reputation or there some appreciation from the industry or some appreciation from the professional organizations like IEI. So IEI will be taking part in that and implement in the industry. So IEI will give some certification for industry if they will come out with a carbon footprint point, this type of this number of points like that. Deepak, your final comments.
Yeah. So I will conclude with the 2 quick points, which is very, I think, fruitful and into action. So I think industry, what that means, should do the CSR activities. I think most of the industries they are doing. So my request and my suggestion from my side, why the industries they are doing the CSR activities, why not the fruit garden? Okay, so I think industry is having a huge land. Okay, in a part as Muruganan sir already said that he has already implemented that. Each industry should do their CSR activities by planting the saplings of the fruit trees, and it can be given to back to the society. I think this can be done. Point number 1. And point number 2, I think if in the industry there are so many people, we are wasting our good water in the toilet room. Okay, why not to store that water and utilize like the Japanese people are doing in the toilet room? So there is one system. If you are washing your hand, it will be collected in the bucket, and the same will go in if you are flushing out, the same will go out. I think these 2 are quick suggestions for the industry if they can implement. These are very, very simple, but impacts are so powerful. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepak, and very good suggestion given by the panelists on the industry. It is a quick, because of the quick note, very few points are there. So we request the industry to implement that. And the final question here is the, again, one answer from all the panelists. How can a professional society or NGO, professional society like IEI, IET, IEEE, IGEN, and IET, like that, or the NGOs, lot of NGOs are there. How can this professional society and NGO support climate SDG 13 and action towards green environment? Only one suggestions.
Yeah, I just want to say only one point. Again, I would like to focus, because coming on the different point will may not mark, but one point is just each and every organizations or the NGOs, like we are connected with the UN, you are connected with so many organizations. Why not to connect on a single platform? So my suggestion to connect URI, it's www.uri.org. URI has connected 1040 organizations of the world, and they are doing a great job in the field of environment, in the field of social work. So I think let's connect with the organization, and it is very free. There is no any charge. They are going to support a lot. So again, www.uri.org, we can become the member of that, and we can be the part of the global society through this, and we can serve the Mother Earth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deepak. Yes, sir. Beno or Muru?
Yeah, my suggestion is already professional bodies are doing lot of activities, programs, even lot of motivation, but at least one action. For example, waste management. They are to do a model. Every society, every NGO, they must implement at least one action. That is a role model. Remaining all the things they may continue. All the activities, motivation, appreciation awards. These are important by. These are the things expected from the professional bodies.
Thank you, Beno. Muruganandan, sir.
Sir, professional bodies, they can ensure that every wherever what sort of meetings they conduct, everywhere they can implement those energy conservation activities or environmental conservation activities. In turn, the public they can follow that. This is the idea what I would suggest. Right?
Yes, sir. Welcome, sir. Subramanian, sir, your final comments. Sir, unmute paniti, sir, please unmute.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Always we are promoting that IGEN or IEI is promoting it. So we do this promotion continuously through slogans, through the social media, and like this, whatever being seminars being thing, everyone is really thinking and coming for this meeting. So definitely it will have an impact. Whoever getting participated, whoever get the communication through our WhatsApp media, indirectly or directly getting benefited or impacted through this thing. So you may please continue these things, and we are here to support you all the time. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, sir. And rightly pointed out by all the panelists, and particularly by Deepak, and all organization, there must be a forum to connect all these organizations. Even lot of Indian NGOs are there. Around 25-30 professional societies are there in India. Like all the countries, lot of NGOs, lot of so who is a person connecting all these? Presently, there is no one, sir. There is no one, but it has to be come from the centralized one. So someone will connect. URI, Deepak suggested, but anyway, that is a good initiative, because they started already initiated and connected 122 countries. And if they will connect all the platform and take some common theme, that common theme to be implemented by all the professional society in a common man. One plan for the common. That is the environmental action plan they have to take, so that it will be a good thing. Thank you so much. All the we had a very good discussion on academic in detail. Because of the less time, we can have a very short discussion, even because all are a very broad topic. So so we discussed in very lightly and given suggested some ideas, and we can represent this to the report and communicate to us, so that we can fine tune it in the coming meetings in IEI. After that, we can take it to the next forward. So coming to the third round, since there is no participants interested to present, I will give chance to our dynamic chairman, because he is a number one environmentalist Whenever I will able to go through his Facebook, he is planting a tree, he is distributing foods. That is one part. And every time, whenever see, he is planting 500 tree, not even 10 tree, 20 tree, planting 500 tree, 1000 tree in Lions Club and some other activities like that. I will invite our chairman to give his contribution towards environment on climate action or towards the environmental action in a very quick note in 1 minute. Chairman, sir. Sir, your voice not audible, sir. Jara, sir. Chairman, sir.
Was
I think some
sir?
connectivity problem.
Sir, are you there, sir? I think maybe some connectivity issue. I think so. Sir.
Connectivity issue is there. Okay, right. Okay, so once sir will be okay, then sir will talk about that. And before that, we will have participants. If you have any questions, you can put on your questions in the chat box or unmute and talk. What are the parameters of echo audit? Echo audit, what are the parameters? That is a question which is asked by the Giridhar, engineer Giridhar. Sir, echo audit, actually it is there is a lot of things is involved. For example, we talk about what is the amount of energy saving done by the institution or energy saving done by the industry. That is one part. And another part is CO2, carbon dioxide reduction, and the food. What is the amount of food? What is the percentage of food wasted by the institution? What is the Jara sir, now okay, sir?
Sir, sorry for the connection problem, sir.
Yes, sir. You now continue, sir. Your environmental action,
Yes.
environment for last 1-2 years, sir. In a simple.
Yes, sir. Sorry for the interruption, sir.
No.
Actually, we enjoyed the presentation by the panelists, eminent panelists. They have given a lot of inputs to the viewers also. One thing I wish to clarify, sir, dust suppression chambers, Mr. Subramanian sir told me that, I think, what is the dust collection chambers, sir? Can you explain where it can be used, sir? Subramanian sir? Sir, in your presentation,
Sorry, sir,
you told me
not
that.
fully audible.
Sir, in your presentation, you told that dust collection chambers are provided in the your company, sir. Can we?
Yeah, we do short blasting and painting, sir. Surface preparation of the materials are. So there, when the stack is getting emitted, the compressed air will go out. So if it goes along with the dust particle, it will pollute the environment. So the dust bag filters will be there in the sucking chamber. So what it will happen? It will once it is sucked through the filter bag, the dust will be get collected. Only the compressed air rest will only go out.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. It can be used only in the companies, the factories, and like that you can use that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So many microns filter will be there, 500 microns filter like that. So we have to keep it as a
sir, another question from Muruganand, I think, sir. E-waste, he has told, sir, how to dispose the e-waste, sir?
Sir, one thing is effective utilization and recycling only we can use it, sir. Reusing it, refabricate.
Sir, in our office also, sir, we are having a lot of used computers and gadgets are there lying over there for years together. How to dispose it?
The basic idea is to refurbish everything. Yeah, completely flash it off and using it. That is the solution which is provided as of now. The technology has to develop, and we have to concentrate more on developing some apt techniques so that we can be used for a number of times.
Okay, sir.
It is under research, sir. Not that concrete results have not been published so far. But anyhow, we should make necessary appropriate steps, or else it's going to be a very big question mark in the future. Thank you.
Okay, sir. We'll try, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, actually,
I have
am
an answer
also
for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Like when I have told hazardous waste management, non-hazardous waste management, e-waste and all coming under hazardous waste management. There are an approved agencies are available, approved by the Central Pollution Control Board, CPCB. So through which if you can see the list of the Central Pollution Control Board list, like oil waste, they go to the incinerator and reuse these things. Similarly, for e-waste also, there are approved agencies are available. They will be collecting it, and all this hazardous waste we have to pay, not because they come and collect, no, because they have to do that. So that is only the procedure, and authorized agencies are available. It is available in the CPCB, Central Pollution Control Board approved.
Central Pollution. Okay. Okay. Thanks for the information, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chairman, sir.
Giridhar, one thing I wish to share, one minute, sir.
Yes, sir.
Actually, I am also actively involved in Lions Club also, sir. For the last 1 year, from July to March, we have planted more than 4,500 tree samplings in and around Chennai, and our district also planted more than 1,25,000 plants in Chennai only, sir, under the heading of Pasmai Chennai program, sir.
Great, sir.
Nice. Yes.
Okay. So thank you, sir. Thank you. And there is a question from palm tree plantation helps much reduction of CO2. Very good, sir. Yes, sir. We know that, but we all lot of palm tree got eradicated, and now the last 2 years there is a lot of initiative. Even one of my close friend Vivekanandan, he initiated for 3 crore plantation of palm tree, and he is in the action. He's throwing lot of palm seeds and creating that. And Viro Green, sir, there is one factory available for e-waste recycling, Viro Green. That Viro Green only we given the IEI, we given the award for last Engineers Day. So we all visited there, Giridhar, Engineer Giridhar. We mentioned that organization, Viro Green, we visited last time, and we given the appreciation award for that.
Yes. I know, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So it is good.
That is why I mentioned.
Any participants, you have any questions, you can unmute and ask, or we will go for the concluding remarks. Okay. So we'll come to the conclusion. Environmental Day. Yes, it was a very good discussion with a lot of points which is pointed out in the action, that is the implementation action plan in the round 1. Which our panelists touched the implementation in all the areas, even in the energy, even in the CO2, even in the food, even in the river water restoration, water management, waste management, like that. And the second part, which we had a discussion on academic impact of CO2, what are the ideas we can able to suggest for industry, ideas we can able to suggest for academic idea, we can able to suggest for professional societies. And we pointed out a lot of points. We've been talking about the 5-step idea for academic institution, industry, a lot of around some 7 or 8 ideas. In that one, again, I pointed out in the lunchtime, we can switch off all the lights, switch off all the power, so that there will be energy saving. And for the professional society, very good point. Even lot of times we stressed in this panel discussion, connecting all the professional society, connecting all the NGO together and make one action connecting together all, so that it will create more impact for the society. So this is some point conclusion which we made it here, and connecting to that, we have another kind of discussion maybe in another forum, so that we have more points and then we can able to recommend. So this will be like a short discussion for 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours discussion points we can't able to recommend to the government. So we can take this as the start, and this part we can further discuss on another forum. So after that, we can able to recommend for our government also to implement the good things which is happened for implementation of the environmental action. So thank you so much. And so moving to the next conclusion. Tilton?
Yes, sir. I request Balamurugan sir to deliver a vote of thanks. So welcome, sir. Balamurugan sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And it is a wonderful opportunity to propose the vote of thanks with all such eminent panelists who have spent their time in spite of their busy schedule. So that is one thing I need to add up. But making a point with IEI TVLC, so it is a wonderful opportunity that they have given even after Environmental Day, that we need to celebrate it forever. And usually the sort of institutions would be taking up one particular person, the eminent person, to talk about that environment, and that closes away. But IEI TVLC has taken a strenuous effect in making sure that the panelist has given more contribution. That is, the first round was something like they have contributed for the society, and that was picturized, and they could give you a clear-cut view of what is to be done, like Miyawaki Park. So that is taking up boon in Chennai too. So that's where earlier what to say, like the corporation commissioner Prakash was doing an excellent job in creating all this Miyawaki. And right now, even people in apartments, they are ready to implement it. So like that kind of point has come up, and we could also see that the industrial persons need to contribute something that is inside the premises itself, not that they suggest something outside the premises and they give solutions. Means inside the premises itself, we can switch it off for lunchtime, and we can break such kinds of points are there. So Kannar laddu thing ஆசையா அப்படின்னு கேட்கிறப்போ, ஒரு லட்டு திங்க ஆசையா அப்படிங்கிறப்போ ரெண்டாவது லட்டும் திங்க ஆசையா அப்படின்ற மாதிரி we could see that lot of informations were piled up, and you could see that it was an entertainment as well as informative session. And I thank each and everyone who have participated and who have contributed for this environmental session, and this could be implemented. So the one request from this particular session is that at least we can contribute something for the society. Means do something which is more practical. That is more practical means not saying or not distributing something else, but we should make sure that at least plantation of tree or mere switching of the light, that would be a contribution. Not throwing the papers outside and just segregating hazardous and non-hazardous, like Subramanian sir talked about segregating it and giving back to the society. Means you need to segregate and you need to give it to that particular area, not that everyone throws the dust bag outside the house. Means everyone is cleaning their home, but they are keeping the environment at waste only. So they talk ill about others, but they practice a goodwill, saying that I am keeping myself more healthy and tidy. So that shouldn't happen. Means we should make sure that we are conscious about it, and we take the oath, at least from this environmental day, we keep the environment free of dust and pollutants, and also we make it more green. So thank you so much, participants. And as Ramesh sir told, rightly pointed out that this 1.5 hours cannot give all such information or recommendations to the government, but still we can take up takeaways or more that we can practice and we can enjoy it for the rest of the day. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all participants.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your.
Thank you. Panelists, and we will meet again you all in some occasion in another program. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sir, shall we close the session, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.